Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumutascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Phalachandro Gajananaha Vakritundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Sutlambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य विरदवक्त्राध्यात् पारिषद्ध्यात् परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र सर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः सत्सुषिभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. So with Bhagavan's grace, we came up to Slokam 11 in Adhyayam 31, Skandhan number 3, in last session. So we will take up Slokam 11 again and then continue from there. We talked about conception to human birth. That is what Kapila Muni is now teaching. For the Jantu, for the Jivan that has not been practicing turning the mind towards Bhagavan, leading a selfish life, one of Mamakaram and Ahamkaram, goes through different experiences, not only while living in the body, different hellish experiences, but also after leaving the body, goes through varieties of experiences depending upon what I do that depending on what I did, and then correspondingly take different births in order to expiate and account for the various adharmic things that I've done, and finally, when eligible, with a certain residual karma to be gotten rid of, then I again take birth as a human being with Bhagavan's grace. In order to give up selfishness and become selfless in order to practice love. That's the only reason that you're born as a human being. So in that process, what happens in the very first day of conception, and then the 5th day, the 10th day, and the 1st month, 2nd month, 3rd month, 4th month, 5th month, and then the end of 6th month. We come up to that point. So let's go sloka number 11. Natamanaha rishihi bhitaha saptavadrihi kritanjalihi stuvitatam viklavaya vacha yena udare artitaha. The word Natamanaha is very important. And Bhitaha is the Rishi. Rishi is another important word here. Rishi means one who has got the Atmic knowledge. Because it's the Arusha, the Aryas, the one who has followed and practiced the Vedic teachings. Vedic teachings are nothing but truth, nothing but Satyam. Following that, practicing that, one knows what Satyam is, experience of that, yet bhavam, that bhavati. So those people are rishis. So I, lying in my mother's womb, am actually a rishi. Why? Because I have the Atmic knowledge, the Atmic Vidya. At the same time, I am bhitihi, I am afraid. because I also realize the fear has come because I have separated myself from myself. I have associated myself with the body and the 7 dhatus, the building blocks of the body. And I have disassociated myself with identification with the Atma. So the feeling of ahamkaram is there. So because of that difference, so also Rishihi, potentially each one of us is a Rishi. Potentially each one of us, latently, not potentially, latently each one of us is divine only. But we have bhayam because of separation. So bhitaha. Now this natamanaha is a very very interesting word. So when I am afraid, what do? Think for a second. I realize, lying down in my mother's womb, I'm afraid. At the same time, I don't want to leave Bhagavan. I'm also aware of him, aware of his presence. I know that he is not associated with the body and all that. I know that. At the same time, I know I am also associated with it. Therefore, the feeling of separation is there, bhayam is there. Because of that bhayam and the knowledge that the bhayam is wrongly cultivated because of a wrong association with the body, I pray to the Natamanaha, Swami, I don't want this body. I want to be only with you. With that yearning, with that appeal, okay, impelled by fear of separation, impelled by fear that is caused by separation, and not wanting that separation, okay, I appeal to Bhagavan. That is Natamanaha. I want to cover that. Last time I didn't do that, so I took it up again. So Bhitaha, being afraid, Natamanaha, because of the fear compelled and the fear fully knowing it is coming because of my association with this body, that I'm different from Bhagavan. So I'm compelled, appealing, beseeching. That is Natamanaha. I do not want this body again. No, please don't. Then Rishihi, we saw that because of the inner Atmic awareness. Sabdavadrihi, the surrounded by the thing that is being formed of the 7 dhatus that we saw, things like bone and flesh and blood and stuff like that, all those things we saw, that skin and all that. So Kritanjalihi, the Namaste Kaikupi we say in Tamil, with both hands folded, joined together. Yena udare arpitaha. This by whom? Here, by this divine power, this Atma. By that, udare arpitaha. Arpitaha. Arpita is very important. Submitted in offering. So Bhagavan submits me so that I can offer myself to him and places me in the womb of him. Yena udare arpitaha, by whom I've been placed in my mother's womb. Tam that Iswaran, that Iswaran, Viklavaya Vacha Stuvita. Viklavaya Vacha Stuvita. Very beautifully, with extremely sweet words. Words are not spoken by the mouth. Again, remember, the conversation with Bhagavan is always heart to heart. Words cannot capture that conversation, and they actually fall deficient. Okay, so heart-to-heart conversation. So that is what is taking place here in mother's womb. At the end of 6th month, that you will see, okay, the fetus, the jivan, we call it, the shape. The fetus is now with hands clasped together, not clasped together, joined together in prayer position. Krita Anjalihi. Natamanaha Rishihi Bhitaha Saptavadrihi Kritanjalihi Stuvita Tam Viklavaya Vacha Yena Udare Arpitaha. Now, slokam number 12. Now, what does the Jivan say? What did I say when at this time? What did you say? Okay, let us see. And Jantuhu Vacha. Jantu speaks. The soul, what call it a Jivatma, whatever it is, Jantu means something that is born. See, there is, in reality, there is no birth, there is no death. But if I am born, that is only a temporary appearance. So that is Jantuhu Uvacha. It says. What does it say? Tasya upasannam avitum jagat ichchaya atta nana tanoho bhuvi chalat charanara viddam soham vrajami saranam hi akuto bhayam yene idrusi gatihi agassi asatah anurupa. Tasya upasannam avitum jagat ichchaya atta nana tanoho bhuvi chalat charanara vindam soham vrajami saranam hi akuto bhayam yena idrusi gatihi agassi asatah anurupa. I get what I deserve. In life, please, this is the truth. Everybody gets what he or she deserves. Okay? That's a law, divine law, meted out in operation without any partiality, absolutely impartial. Okay? But completely immersed and with tremendous dosages, more than dosages, but tremendous quantities of Bhagavan's love, which actually wipes off many, many things that otherwise I'll be going through. So please also remember that, okay? So that is Anurupa means deserving, okay? What is appropriate to me, that is what. We'll come to that in a minute. The overall meaning of this particular slokam is the fetus that says, Swami, the Bhagavan, the divine entity, that Satyam, this one Ekam Sat, that takes form per its own will in, we call it avatar, okay, to spread love, to teach how to conduct oneself lovingly, etc. And then it walks the surface of the earth. Very true, very true. I'm telling you. Avatara Purushan walks the surface of the earth. Now, what does he do? He not only shows me a way of how to lead my life, comes in various forms per his choice. Whatever form he takes, that is absolutely free will. There's nothing is limited. Okay? Now I surrender to him. I take shelter in him because he's the one who can remove my fear, which is born out of feeling of separation, which is what you and I have, isn't it, even now? So I surrender to him. And what has he done for me? In his infinite compassion, he has given me this human birth in order to salvage and redeem myself and go back home. He has given me this human birth. What a great gift. It is not an ordinary thing. It's a temporary gift, yes, but it is a priceless gift. Priceless, right? So I'm saying I surrender to him. But because of him, with infinite grace, he has granted me this human birth. And he will remove my fear. Okay? And Abhaya Pradaya Namaha, we say that, in Ashtam. So, word by word meaning, Upasannam, one, having attained the state of fear, one who has attained the state of fear, Jagat Avitam, Jagat, the whole world, the whole creation. There are lots of dangers, lots of misery, suffering. That is Upasannam Jagat, the world, people, living human beings, because they fall agarbhic path, there's lots of sufferings and miseries and all that. That Jagat has attained the world, human being, the human world has attained this experiences of sufferings and misery, Upasannam Jagat. Now to protect that, Avitum, to protect that, to give succor, to provide them shelter, Ichchaya, by its own will, self-will. You and I do not have that self-will. We cannot do anything that we want. But Bhagavan, whatever we desire, it is Ichaya, with his own will. Ata Nana Kanoho. Nana Kanoho. Whatever the varieties of embodiment, varieties of form, Ata having taken. So this is Avatara Purusha, coming in various avatars. Yena, and he does all this, and Yena, by whom, Asataha me Anurupa Idrusi Gatihi Adasti. That's a sentence. Let me give you word by word. Yena, by whom, okay, by whom? By the person who comes as Avatara Purushan, God takes form by his own self, right? That Bhagavan, Yena, Asataha means one who has led an unrighteous life, adharmic life. Asataha me, to me, who has led an unrighteous, adharmic life. Anurupa Yudrisi Gatihi. Anurupa, corresponding, appropriate to all the adharmic things that I have done. Yudrisi Gatihi, this state of life, which is the birth, human birth. Adarsi has been shown to me, has been given to me. This human birth is shown to me. I'm also the same divinity, but I don't know that. But this human birth, the human body is now given to me, okay, in order to realize it. Okay, let's see. Tasya, to that Bhagavan, Bhuvi Chalat, this Avatara Purushan, the Bhuvi Chalat Akuto Bhayam. Let's take that one word at a time. That Avatara Purushan, when he comes, what does he do? Bhuvi, on the earth. Chalat, he walks, he moves about. Krishna did, Rama did, Sathya Sai Baba did, Shirdi Baba did, Kapilan, so many the Avatar Purushan have come, right? They all walk the earth only. So, Tasya Bhuvi Chalat, and Akuto Bhayam, thing that removes fear. What is it that walks on the earth and also removes fear? Charanara Vindam, Bhagavan's lotus feet. Saha Aham, that me, who has now been shown this human birth, this human body, me, Saranam Vrajavi, I surrender to him. Okay? I hope that's clear. Tasya Upasannam Avitum Jagat Ichaya Ata Nana Tanoho Bhuvi Chalat Charanaravidam. Saha Aham Vrajabi Saranam, he, definitely, he, certainly. Okay, I surrender to him. Akuto Bhayam, because he also removes the fears. Yena Idrusi Gatihi Adasi Asataha Anurupa. Number 13. Number 13. The overall meaning of 13 is now for me, yes, my divinity is covered up by the forces of all the actions I have done. So I'm sitting here in my mother's womb, bound by a body of material substances. So these are the products of cosmic power. We saw that earlier, out of creation. The dhatus, the panchabhutangal, and manas, and ahamkaram. We saw all that, right? So it's a product of that. Now I am bound in this. Now bound in this limited thing, I salute him, I worship him, who's pure, absolutely pure, unchanging, and indivisible. And where is he present? He's present in my hridayam. And I see him there when I repent. When I am sad and suffering, I look to him there and he is there. To him, and not only is he the indweller in my Hridayam is also the indweller of all beings everywhere. How is it possible? Because all beings are indwelling in him only. When I say Bhagavan is my indweller, the actual truth is, yes, he is within me, but I am actually dwelling in him. Both are important. So that is what to him I salute. And I am bound by this body because of the result of my action and other big unrighteous actions. And my body is bound by the cosmic power of creation. Bound in this, I salute him who is resident in my heart, whom I see because of a distress and suffering, and I see is also the resident in all beings. That is slokam number 13. Yaha tu atra baddha iva karmabihi avritatma bhuta indriya asaya mayim avalambya mayam aste visuddham avikaram akanda bodham atapyamana hridaye, very important, atapyamana hridaye avasitam namami, tam namami. Yaha tu atra baddhaiva karmabhihi avrutatma bhuta indriya asaya mayim avalambya mayam aste visuddham avikaram akanda bodham. Now, this is visuddham avikaram akanda bodham, or descriptive, what we call as adverbs or adjectives to give to Bhagavan's Gunanga. We see that. Atapyamana hridaye avasitam namami. That's very, with what attitude do I worship him? How do I see him? With what attitude do I worship him? Therefore, I can experience him in my heart. Okay, that is Atapyamana hridaye. We will come to that. Once more, the slokam. Yaha tu atra baddha iva karmabhihi avrutatma bhuta indriya asaya mayim avalambya mayam aste visuddham avikaram akanda bodham atapyamana hridaye avasitam namami. Now, pada arthangal. Atra, this in this mother's womb, here, where in this mother's womb, yaha, who, bhuta indriya asaya mayim mayam avalambya bhattaha iva. This is very you and I are describing, which is in this mother's womb, yaha, who is bound by Maya, appears as if he is bound by, because embracing the illusion, which is embracing the experience and the bhavam of feeling of separation. Therefore, I am bound by this body, my senses, my mind, etc. Okay, that is yaha, which is talking about itself. At the same time, hypnosis is divine, but I am bound because of my sense of illusion. And yaha karmabhihi avrutatma. Yaha, who karmabhihi, because of the various karmas done in the past, avrutatma is being hidden. His real form is hidden. Your real form, my real form are hidden, right? Isn't it? It's kind of latent. Hidden, avritatma, aste, yaha aste, who is like this. Again, summarizing this, who in this womb of my mother, in this womb, who because of due to illusion appears as if he is bound by the body, the mind, and the indriya, and also who is you have taken this form of body because of the karmas done by the mind that is taken this form of the body. Because of that, one who is hiding behind that, one who is hidden, avritatma. Okay. Then yaha atapyamane hridaye avasitam tu. Even though he is hidden, apatyamana hridaye, apatyamana hridaye, apatyamana. When the mind is repenting, sincerely, truthfully, oh my God, I've done this for me, and I really, not question of please forgive me, I'm sorry and all that. I'm sorry is not a good word, okay? But really feeling the suffering I've caused to all the others, because of my cruelty, of my violence, of my other big actions, of my life, or whatever it is. I know what I have done. Okay, no, nobody can. No, I cannot hide that from. I can hide it from people, but not from Bhagavan, or not from myself. I know. So when I repent that sincerely, apatyamana, at that time, hridaye, avasitam too, then I can see him in my heart, which means I experience the taste of selfless love, the prema. When I repent, even though he is hidden in me being bound by the various mayas and therefore bound to this body, mind and senses. But this Yaha, who gives me his darshan when I repent sincerely, who is he? Avikaram, changeless. He is changeless. Visuddham, absolutely pure. Akanda bodham, sarvagya, knows everything. Nothing can escape. That entity, that Bhagavan, namami, I worship. I bow to him and I worship him, is what the Sita says in the sloka. See how beautifully you and I were speaking to Bhagavan before we came out of mother's womb. This is a constant, common prayer that for all features, whether regardless of which country, which color, it doesn't matter, okay? Because everything, the same Bhagavan is there. The same Jiva Atma feels, realizes, yes, I'm being blessed with this body. This is due to the love and the karuna of Bhagavan. And he has given this to me, and I've taken this body because of my karmas. Okay? Because of that, I am not able to see him. He appears hidden. But I can see him if I truly, truly repent sincerely. Because he is changeless, and he is absolutely pure, and he is all-knowing. To him, I worship. I bow down and worship. I surrender to him because he will remove all fears. Okay? Number 13. Yaha tu atra baddha iva karmabhihi avritatma bhuta indriya asayamayim avalambya maya. Aste visuddham avikaram akanda bodham apratyamana hridaye avasitam namami. Okay, 1 minute. We are in sloka 13. See, Bhuta Indriya Asaya Mayim Avalambya Maya. Mayam Avalambya. The Maya means the delusion, the force of separation from myself, from my own myself. Right? We all know that. That's what Maya is. Because of that Avalambya, I've been removed from my own bhava, so to speak. Okay? And so I'm in a different place, which is not true, but that I'm in a different place, Avalambya. And because of that, Bhuta Indriya Asayamayi, I appear as if I am this body and this mind and this Indriyangal and this mind and manas and all that. Because of that Maya. Okay? And that Baddha Iva Karma Bhihi, because bound by my own karma. Because of that, the true self of me, Avritatma, is hidden. But it is present, Visuddham, pure, Avikaram, changeless, Akanda Bodham, the all-knowing, and it is this way. It is completely after. It is very present. How atapyamana hridaye avasitam. When I repent for all the tapangas that I have done, all the cruelties and violence, etc., sufferings I have caused to others, that is truly repent, I see him avasitam. At that time, aste, with hridaye aste. He is present, I see him avasitam. Namami, to him I worship. Yaha tu atra baddhaiva karmabihi avrutatma bhuta indriya asayamayim avalambyamayam aste visuddham avikaram akanda bodham atapyamana hridaye avasitam namomi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.